You know, I think this is another form of assault on the public school system because it'll affect the transportation of our school children to school.
Department of Public Works Director Carl Dominguez is referring to a fire that broke out over the weekend at the Yona Bus Satellite Station. Investigators believe the fire was started intentionally, as not only was the structure burnt to ashes, but 2 DOE school buses and a small government Hyundai sedan. They believe the suspect or suspects also siphoned fuel from other GovGuam vehicles that were parked at the bus compound. Dominguez calls the situation tragic.
You know, it's one thing to break in to steal something, but why burn the place down? What for? And I think it just, you know, there's a lot of bad people out here, and this is just an example of it.
GFD Captain Joy Manabusan says the siphoning of gas has been done before the bus stations, but believes this is the first time someone has actually torched the building. He adds before setting the structure on fire, it appears the suspect or suspects had broken in and stolen miscellaneous items. Dominguez says some of the items include bush cutters and a water blaster. Meanwhile, the 2 buses that caught on fire were not part of DPW's newest fleet, but Dominguez estimates each to cost around $100,000 each.
Those 10 84-passenger buses were not affected at all. These are 60-passenger buses, but actually of the 60-passenger buses, they were 2 of the newer ones. That's another sad thing about this.
And with the loss of 2 buses, it brings DPW's bus fleet down to even further, to 135. Dominguez says DPW actually needs close to 180 to be complete. The gate was closed with a padlock, but that was cut open. As for what security efforts need to take place, Dominguez says it's difficult because of the limited resources and funding.
For one, I want to improve the lighting to start with. And then we were in discussion this morning at the staff meeting about, you know, what would it take to get even our own people to come out and patrol, and it would take personnel. And so I'll need a budget for that, and also to ask the police department if they could increase their, you know, patrols of the satellite stations. That's the best we can do in the short term.
As for what it means for the upcoming school year, Dominguez does not believe it will have a major impact. He says up to 5 buses are currently being repaired. New buses have also been ordered, but they won't arrive until the last quarter of the year. Meanwhile, if you have any information about the crime, you're urged to call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.